What is up, everybody? Welcome to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, home of the New York Giants, as they host the first ever PFSL Rookie Showcase game, as we see the East versus the West. In this matchup, there's a lot of talent on the field for this one. As you get a look right there at the starting defense for the West. This one should be good, as I just said. As we pick up this broadcast with a 3rd and 10 from the 25 for the East. Cooper Boudreaux throws an interception to the left side, picked off by Myron Anderson. First drive of the ball game, throws an interception. Wow. What a way to start this game for the West. Getting an interception, Myron Anderson, the free safety, and making plays, getting himself at the right place at the right time, making a beautiful play on the ball, giving the West the ball at the 35-yard line. That's where they're going to take over and start their first drive of the game. Rico Bosco, the quarterback, is under pressure. He's going to go down immediately. First play of the ball game for the West offense. Rex Gardner on the sack. That's going to be a loss of 10 for the West. So maybe the East defense a little frustrated after the early interception thrown by quarterback Cooper Boudreaux. And now the D-line caused a little havoc of their own. Bosco in the gun, 2nd and 20 for the West. Bosco throws right. He's got a man open. That's Marshall West on the catch. He gains 15 yards. Solid pickup there, making it 3rd and manageable. A 3rd and 5 from the 30 for the West on their first drive of the ball game. Bosco back to pass on 3rd down. He's going to roll right. He's going to take it himself. He's got the first down and shrugs off a man. That was Hannibal Recker on the missed tackle. Actually, he gets credited with the tackle. Alrighty then. Solid pickup by Rico Bosco, the elite talent quarterback. I gotta find my thing. I forgot where he's from. Fake handoff. Bosco going to take himself up the middle and just snapped down immediately by Rex Gardner. Luckily gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more than that, though. Rico Bosco showing that he has a little bit of legs at that quarterback position. Feeling the pressure, trying to make something happen. Unfortunately for him, he didn't get much. If you're just joining us now, the East started with the ball on offense before the broadcast got underway, and Cooper Boudreaux, the quarterback for the East, did throw an interception to the left side of the field. Myron Anderson, the West free safety, able to get in position and pick it off, would set the West up for their first offensive drive of the ball game. They've been on third down now twice this drive and about 40 yards. Bosco to the flat. I don't know who that is. That will be Nick Collier. Stopped well short of the first down. Gains 4 though, but no first down here. The West are going to have to settle for a field goal. So the kick, pretty straightforward, up and away and through the goalpost. Gerald Stokes puts the West on top 3-0 in the first quarter. After a crazy start, it was just insane. The interception by Myron Anderson setting up the West at the 35-yard line. Or sorry, the 45, somewhere around in that range, I don't know. And for the West to only come away with 3 there, it's pretty heartbreaking. So the kick return out of the end zone by Alex Morris. He brings it up to the 24-yard line. And that's where this East offense and Cooper Boudreaux is going to set up shop and try to forget that first drive interception that was thrown a few moments ago. Boudreaux comes to the line under center. The receiver set, single back, handoff to Mark Quick, brings it back to the right, trying to find a hole, gains 3 yards, and that sets up a 2nd and 7 for the East. Boudreaux under center again. He's going to drop back to throw. He's going to check it down to Mark Quick, who gets stuffed right as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So now 1 carry, 1 reception. That was Jason Hunt, the cornerback, on the tackle. Beautiful open field tackling ability. The East now with a 3rd and 7. Boudreaux back to pass. He's going to roll left. He's going to take himself up the middle. He's going to get close to the first down. He's going to have the first down. And we might see a face mask penalty, and we will. That's going to be another 15 yards for the East. Kirk Sanders, I believe he's an elite cornerback prospect. Needs better discipline there. You already give up the first down, then you give him another 15 yards. Not very good. Boudreaux under center again. Fakes the handoff to Mark Quick. He's going to take himself up the middle again, and he gets wrapped up and drugged down by a defender that... Not quite sure who that. I thought that was Rex Gardner. That's a little weird. In all honesty, he's not supposed to be on the field for the West, but what can you do? Handoff to Mark Quick. Beautiful ball carrier vision. Cutting it back to the right, finding the open hole, picking up the first down, moving the chains for Team East. Mark Quick, a pro talent level halfback. actually looking pretty fast to only be a 75 overall. Boudreaux back to pass under pressure, trying to find somewhere to go, but there is nowhere to go. Caleb Lane on the sack. Cooper Boudreaux and Team East loses 6 yards. I really hope I'm saying Cooper Boudreaux's last name right, because if I'm not, I'm going to feel so bad. But it's one of those things where you would feel like it's self-explanatory and like it's obvious how you're supposed to pronounce his name, but I guess you could say it the wrong way. I don't really know. But wide receiver screen to Bradford French on the outside, goes absolutely nowhere, actually loses a yard. Stuff in that play was the same guy that had the face mask penalty earlier. Kirk Sanders gives up an extra 15, then shuts down a wide receiver screen. I guess that's how you bounce back. Empty backfield for the East, 3rd and 17 from the West 42. Boudreaux back to pass. He's going over the middle. A sliding catch by Mark Quick. Gains 5, but nothing more than that, and that should bring us to the end of the first quarter. And it will. So at the end of one, West on top of the East, 3-0, along with the East, though, getting ready to tie the game up at 3. Stay with us. You're watching the PFSL on YouTube.com. Okay, sorry for the brief interruption. During that time period where I was completely quiet, handling stuff here in the booth, the East tied the game at 3. So the kick into the end zone going to be returned by Marshall West out of the end zone up to the 20-yard line. And that's where the West and Rico Bosco will take over again. So great starting field position for the West the last time they had the ball on offense, but they really didn't do much with it. They were able to get 1 or 2 first downs. Lost some yards on a couple sacks, and so it really kind of set them back a little bit. Now that they have a full field to work with, can they put together a solid enough drive to get back out front on the scoreboard? Wide receiver screen to the right to Marshall West, goes absolutely nowhere. He loses a yard. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage by Love, the corner. Do believe he is an Hall of Fame talent level. Now an empty backfield shotgun set for Rico Bosco on 2nd and 11. He's going to throw it to the left. He's got a man. That's Marshall West just behind the defender. The beautiful pass there by Bosco. Beautiful ball there by Bosco. Able to just put the ball right over the top. It looked like that may have been a dangerous spot, as I thought the defender was going to go up and get it. If I'm being honest, fakes the handoff. Bosco's going to throw deep left again. That's Marshall West again on the first down. Rico Bosco 4 for 4 to start the ball game. Another first down. These two looking good. Bosco in the gun. Fakes the handoff, rolls right under pressure, goes down in the backfield. That's going to be Wallace Rhodes, the left outside linebacker. GOAT talent level, base 95 overall. Getting pressure and putting Rico Bosco on his back for the loss of yardage. Rico Bosco under center. Quick screen to Marshall West again. He gets wrapped up immediately though. Does lose a yard? Yes, loses a yard. Make it 3rd and 17. Dylan Tate calling for Rico Bosco, #1 pick incoming in the chat. I will give him credit. Rico Bosco is looking very good to start this ball game, and he's just an elite talent level. Only an 85. The ceiling is definitely high for this kid, as he's going to throw to the left again. That's going to be Antonio Delano out of the backfield. Little stutter step going to the left. Manages to gain a few yards, but that's going to be a 4th and 12 from the 36. Looks like we're going to see another field goal from the West. And the kick is good. It sneaks in. Gerald Stokes on a pretty long field goal. I thought personally he was going to push it a little too far to the right, but it just does tuck into the bottom corner. So Alex Morris awaits the kickoff in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out. He's got wheels. Makes a man miss, and then gets drugged down at the 24. And that's where Cooper Boudreaux and the East offense will go back to work. Boudreaux comes to the line at the 24 under center. Motions a man to the right. Hand off to Mark Quick up the middle. And there's a linebacker there waiting on him.
On the ready. 56, Mike, 56. Here we go. Hey, we got time right. 3 down.
Takes the snap back to pass, throws off his back foot, and that's going to be picked off. Jason Hunt on the interception, setting up the West offense at the 27-yard line. That's going to be Boudreaux's second interception of the ball game. Jason Hunt, the pro corner, showing why he should be a first-round draft pick as well. Big-time players make big-time plays, and that was a big play by the young cornerback. So now the West offense, Rico Bosco back to work at the 27. Handoff to Antonio Delano. Looks like there was a hole there, but it closed quickly, and he loses 2. West up 6-3 in the second quarter. Bosco fakes the handoff. He's going to throw deep left down the left side into the end zone. Pass drop by Marshall West. Bosco throwing right deep side, back of the end zone. That pass is dropped as well. So now the West, after 2 deep plays towards the end zone trying to get points, they have to settle for a field goal again. And Gerald Stokes from about the 33-yard line-ish. Kick is up and good, and they expand their lead 9-3. No touchdowns yet. All field goal. The return by Alex Morris sets the East up at the 30-yard line. You can see Cooper Boudreaux's line so far. Not a very impressive one throwing the ball. He has had a couple plays running where he showed a little bit of his elusiveness and ability to carry the football. Boudreaux wide receiver screen to Alex Morris goes absolutely nowhere. Kirk Sanders has seemed to have picked up his play a little bit since the face mask penalty early in the first quarter. Boudreaux under center, handoff to Mark Quick. Oh, it looked like some type of stretch play or outside handoff. He goes nowhere but backwards. That's going to be 3rd and 12 now from the 28 for the East. Third and 12 from the 28, the East. Looking for a first down. Halfback screen to Mark Quick to the left side. Can he outrun a man? And no, he can't. He goes down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. The West on top of the East, 9-3. It's a punt away. That's a beauty too. And Marshall Honey Mustard West on the punt return gets drugged down immediately by the face mask, and that's going to give him a free 15 yards. Patrick Farmer, actually a wide receiver, I do believe. He's a wide receiver or a corner, one of the two. Cover the punt beautifully, but you cannot give away free yards like that, especially when you cover a punt that well, and he gets absolutely nothing out of it. Now they're out near midfield. Bosco to throw over the middle. Antonio Delano out of the backfield getting the catch, gaining about 10 yards. It's going to be 2nd and inches from the 44. Bosco to throw over the middle again. That's Delano again out of the backfield trying to spin away. That GOAT talent level running back Antonio Delano looking really good, at least right now from what we've seen from him. We haven't seen him a lot, but from what we have seen of him, he's looking really good. We got our first timeout of the ball game here in the 2nd quarter. The West taking their first with 1:01 to play in the first half. Keep in mind the West do get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, so points here could go a long way to gapping the scoreboard a little bit. Bosco trying to find somewhere to go with the football, feeds it to his left. I don't think they're going to gain any yardage out of that, though. Maybe 1 or 2 at the most. They do get 1 yard. So it looks to be a 2-receiver set to the right of Bosco. Bosco throwing over the middle. That's going to be tight end. I don't know his name. Pass is complete, but gains 0 yards. Think it's due to him juking backwards, trying to get around the defender. That sets up a 3rd and 9 from midfield, right dead at the 50. Bosco is tearing it up. As we near the end of the first half, Bosco gonna take it himself on the middle, pick up the first down and some, trying to juke away, but jukes into a man. Now we're down to 20 seconds to play in the first half. Clock is running. Are the West going to take a timeout? Or take their final timeout, kick a field goal, I should say. And with 10 seconds left in the first half, we do see the West take their final timeout. So it looks like they'll be setting up to kick a field goal and increase their lead 12-3. This is about a 46-yard field goal. Kick from Gerald Stokes is up and good again, sneaking in that bottom right corner. That's his second made field goal from over 50 yards in this game alone. So after the kickoff should end the half, and the West will get the ball right back. Kick from Gerald Stokes is away and deep, just outside of the end zone. Going to be returned by Alex Morris. Gets wrestled down at the 21, and we're going to have one play before halftime. Just to throw this out there, fun fact: Carolina Panthers corner Justin Morris Jr. is in this game, taking the place of the 8th and final corner, as we only have 7 in the draft class. And Alex Morris, the receiver for Team East, is his brother, and he will be in this draft class this season. So at halftime, the West on top of the East, 12-3. All field goals to this point for ET Productions. You're watching the PFSL. Stay with us. We got a very good second half coming up in just a minute. In the second half, the kick is away, and that's going to be returned out of the end zone by Marshall West, going to the right. Doesn't even get back to the 20 though. Brought down at the 18, and that's where the West will take over for the first time this half. Starting to have Bosco under center. Back to pass. He throws through his right. He has a receiver for the first down. Gain of about 11. If I have to give a player of the game to this point, I think it would be Rico Bosco or Gerald Stokes, the kicker for the West. Bosco back to pass again. He's going to throw left, and it's picked off. I believe, is that Hannibal Wrecker? I do think it is. That would be the linebacker. GOAT talent level. I still haven't seen the name on the back of the jersey, so I don't know. It's killing my hype. I'm trying to be excited about a pick six from a linebacker. I do believe that's Hannibal Wrecker. And for the first time ever in PFSL history, we have an interception return for a touchdown. No, it's Gerardo Bowman. This whole time I thought it was Hannibal Recker, and now he shows the nameplate on the back of the jersey, so that's kind of demoralizing, I guess. So the extra point attempt is up and good, and that makes it a brand new ball game. 12-10 is your score. That might have been the spark that this East team needed. However, that defense is going to be asked to go right back out there and do it again. That pick six really came out of nowhere. I was just talking about how Rico Bosco was potentially a player of the game candidate, and comes out and throws a pick six. Second play of the first half. Might not have been the second play. What do I know? I'm just watching. Kick is away by Brendan Hamilton. Returned by Marshall West, trying to get around defenders, but can't. One man can't block four. And the West offense getting ready to take over again at the 24-yard line. There's Rico Bosco's stat line, 10 for 13. No touchdowns and an interception. About 98 yards. Or was it 68? Again, what do I know? I'm just watching and telling you what's happening. Rico Bosco comes to the line under center. Drops back to pass again, throwing left, and he has Marshall Honey Mustard West open, but the contact knocks the ball free. So no first down for Marshall West and the West. That's now at 2nd and 10. Bosco handoff to Delano, but there's a defender in the backfield immediately, and he's going to lose two. Has Leland Barrett stuffing him for a tackle for loss. That makes it 3rd and a long 12 yards for this West offense. This East defense is fierce. Bosco back to pass again. He's throwing deep over the middle. What a catch! One-on-one in coverage. Nick Adams, the pro talent wide receiver, 75 overall, lined up with a GOAT, a 95 overall corner. One-on-one together, 75 versus 95. What a catch by Nick Adams. Bosco now in the gun after the beautiful play on the last one. Quick screen to Marshall Honey Mustard West over the middle, just behind the defense, and he picks up the first down. So after a little bit of a rough start to the half, they've now gotten 2 first downs in a row. Back-to-back plays for 10 or more yards. Both coming through the air after Rico Bosco just threw a pick 6 on the last drive. I formation for the West. Handoff to Delano up the middle. He's got room, and that's another first down. 3rd play in a row where the West has gotten a first down. Will we see a 4th? Hand it to Delano again, lucky number 4. He wears number 4. Fourth play in a row where they get a first down. Another single back set. A handoff to Delano. And no. They got part of it right. He does gain 2, so it was positive yards. .352 and counting to play in the third quarter. Handoff to Delano to the right. Goes nowhere. Do y'all realize we are still yet to see the East offense in the third quarter? West putting together some long drives. Now 3rd and 9. You have to question, the West defense has played really well. But with this long extended break, because you got to think they had halftime and they still have not been on the field in this quarter. So with this long drive of, like, is that going to hurt the West defense at all? Bosco trying to find somewhere to go with the football. He finds his tight end in the flat. And that receiver, I can't remember his name. There it is, Ronnie Pratt. I was trying to remember. I was waiting for it to come up on the screen so I could see. And it was just taking forever. He does a great job of getting open in the flat. No defender nearby. Has the catch, picks up the first down, and the West are still moving. Handoff to Delano, has a hole to the left and gets shrugged down by Leland Barrett after a gain of 6. Now a strong formation to the right side for the West. Run favorable formation, tight end in motion. Single receiver to the left. Handoff to Delano up the middle. He's got a gap. First down. Inside the 10 to the 8. And that's where the West will have a first and goal. This will be our first goal-to-go situation in this ball game. So what can this West offense do this close to the end zone? Delano takes the delayed handoff and is shut down immediately by Wallace Rhodes. In the backfield, didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 3. So we're just about at the 1 minute mark in the third quarter. 5 receiver, empty backfield set for the West on second and goal from the 11. Bosco scrambling around. He's going to be drugged down by Wallace Rhodes, trying to buy some time. Couldn't find enough. Loses 6. 9 yards combined on the last 2 plays that Team West has lost. Both at the hands of left outside linebacker Wallace Rhodes, the GOAT talent, trying to make a name for himself as well. Now 3rd and goal from the 17. Bosco to throw. Throwing to the end zone over the middle. Marshall West going in across the goal line. Drops the ball. Wow. So close to our first touchdown of the ball game. What a hit by the strong safety. Oh my goodness. Darren Rodriguez closing in on Marshall West and knocking him out across the goal line. That would have done so much damage on the scoreboard and gave us our first touchdown of the ball game. But nonetheless, we're going to get a field goal from the West. Gerald Stokes increases the lead for the West 15-10. Perfect kick right down the middle. Will that dropped pass come back to hurt the West in the end? As we near the end of the third quarter, only 26 seconds left in this period, and we're just now going to get to see the East for the first time in the third quarter. Kick away. Alex Morris on the return. He's making people miss. A good return up to the 25-yard line. The same place, though, they would have been at if he would have just taken a knee. So with 23 seconds left in the third quarter, we finally get our first second half look at the East offense. A long drive there by the West. A really long drive. It all started with that first drive, though, where Rico Bosco threw that pick six. How will the West defense react to the longer break? As Boudreaux back to pass, he throws to the flat. He has Mark Quick gaining about 8 or 9 yards. And the PA announcer just said it was a first down. I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, gain of 8. He got out of bounds. 2nd and 2, 18 seconds to play in the third. And the clock is still running. A read option from Cooper. Boudreaux tries to shake off one. Andrew Cottle. Sorry, that was not Andrew Cottle. I can't remember